Good morning. I'm Vimala Bikuni, or Ayya Vimala, and today is Thursday, October 21st. It looks like a rainy day here. It rained during the night, and it's gray, a little cooler. Feels more like fall today. So that's a good thing, but I miss the sunshine. So today, we're getting very close to the end of our pilgrimage. We read about the goldsmith and how we just have to keep sifting and sifting to get the pure gold. That's what we're doing with our mind, with our defilements. We're just always sifting a little finer and finer to get out all those little things that we call obstructions or defilements that keep us from being able to see things really clearly. Kind of sifting out those little parts of me and mine and who I am. So we read that, and today we're reading, it's day 31 out of our 35 days. And what the reading is from the Therigatha 2:2. Those are the poems, the stories of the senior monks. The Theri with an I, Therigatha, are the senior bhikkhunis, and the Therigatha are the senior male monks, the bhikkhus. Bhikkhunis are the Therigatha. And these are the stories of the Therigatha, or the stories of the stories and poems written. We're not sure when they were written, but from very early. They are the stories of the poems about the monastics, the senior monastics during the Buddha's time, but they were written afterwards. So this reading is from the Therigatha, so about a bhikkhu, Venerable Sunita, the outcast. And then our reflection is a metta meditation. And I love the metta meditation because these are just beautiful words that you can use anytime you want to do metta practice. So let's start with Venerable Sunita. Sunita or Sunita. We'll go with Sunita. Born into a low caste, I was poor and had little to eat. I eked out a living scavenging withered flowers left at shrines. I was despised, abused, and so humble that I was continually on my knees paying deference to others. How fortunate I was to see the Buddha with his train of bhikkhus entering Rajagaha. I laid down my carrying pole, approached, and paid obeisance to him. And he, the Blessed One, in compassion paused before me. Lying there in prostration at his feet, I asked to be accepted into the order. Come, bhikkhu, he said, and thus was I ordained. Diligently following the master's teaching, I stayed alone in the forest. In the first watch of the night, I became conscious of my past birth. In the middle watch, I developed the divine eye. In the last watch, just as the sun arose, I broke the gloom of ignorance. Sakka and Brahma appeared and paid respect with folded hands. All hail, they declared. You are the noblest and the highest of men, deserving of reverence, for you have eliminated all desires. Seeing me revered by the Devas, the master smiled and said, By discipline, virtue, and wisdom does one become a noble. This is holiness supreme. It's a beautiful story. This is an example, too, of the Buddha ignoring really the caste system in India. I don't think he took it on, as direct political action, but he made it very clear in his Sangha that there was no discrimination between the different castes. And also, as much as possible, he made the distinction that there was no difference between men and women in terms of being able to be student lay followers or Sangha members, bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. So these stories, when it's a person from the outcast or a lower caste, the Buddha's very clear about his position on that. It isn't our birth that makes us important or valuable. By discipline, virtue, and wisdom does one become a noble. This is holiness supreme. So that's a lovely, lovely story. We often forget that the Buddha was very. That was a very powerful position for him to take, and very probably looked at by everyone as he was just going beyond all social mores by accepting anyone into his teachings. But it's good for us to remember that these days. So now here's the reflection, and let's do this as a metta meditation. So I'll read this. This one is it's familiar because you've heard it before, but I love that it's just encapsulated into a short metta practice. So why don't you sit in your comfortable pose and posture. You can be standing, doing walking meditation. You can be, with the metta practice, you can even be driving in your car if you want to work on sending metta to everyone you meet along the way. But you can sit, you can be on your back, if you have difficulties with your back. You can have bolsters helping you the way you would in restorative yoga. You want your body to be comfortable. You want your body to be relaxed and awake. So that's why we always recommend lifting your spine, no matter which position you're in. Then just close your eyes if you can, and be with your breath. Now if you begin and you feel scattered, or you feel mentally scattered, or you've been rushing and you're just now slowing down, it's also good to take maybe 2 or 3 deeper breaths. Make them slower. And if you do this, you'll see that very quickly, almost instantly, your body will begin to calm down. Especially if you've been agitated. And you can use this 3-breath technique to help you with anxiety, to help you at any time. I think it's a good idea at the beginning of our meditation because we're beginning to train ourselves then that we can use this technique anytime you begin to feel anxious or angry or frustrated, or see yourself maybe running around in circles, or you feel that monkey mind presence very strongly. Just stop and do these 3 slower breaths. And we always notice when we sit upright or when our spine is lifted up, our breath becomes deeper just because we're giving our lungs more room to expand. We're opening our chest. So we don't have to force a really strong, deeper breath. It can become very natural. And so then move back into just your normal breathing. Close your eyes if you can, and we're going to begin with metta practice. This is our reflection for the day. May I be free from harm and danger. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. Likewise, may all those who are dear to me be free from harm and danger. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be well, peaceful, and happy. Let's just stay with these 2 categories for a few minutes. Sending this metta, this kindness, this loving friendliness, send it to yourself.
I gotta go to Cindy first. What? Okay, I'll come this way for you.
A little noisy outside, but we can send metta. So be very conscious of sending metta to yourself. Don't just throw it in because you know it's part of this meditation. Really take it in. Take in the fact that you are caring and nurturing yourself, that you're blessing yourself with these good thoughts. This really helps us understand metta much better because we begin with ourselves and we learn how to experience metta. We begin to see the value of it. Becomes easier and easier then to send it out, is to allow it to radiate out. And then it's easy for us to send it to our loved ones. All those dear to me. Now let's move even further out from our comfort zone of sending out good thoughts to others. May all strangers, those unknown to me, be free from harm and danger. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be well, peaceful, and happy. All those unknown to me. Just feel this quality of metta just radiating out of you in all directions, to all strangers, all beings unknown to you. May all strangers, those unknown to me, be free from harm and danger. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from, may they be free from physical suffering. May they be well, happy, and peaceful. May all enemies, may all enemies, those hostile to me, be free from harm and danger. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from physical suffering. May they be well, peaceful, and happy. These may be enemies that we know, or enemies we perceive and know nothing about. But just allow yourself to let that same metta, that same quality of metta, radiate out just as purely to our enemies as to our loved ones and to ourselves. May they be well and happy and peaceful. May all beings, without exception, keep themselves happily. May none wish harm on another. Let's just sit with that. Feel yourself radiating this quality. May none wish harm on another. This is clearly an important, very important part of the Buddha's teachings. Harmlessness, our very first precept, is not to kill any living being. May none wish harm upon another. Now just stay with your breath. Feeling yourself in the center of this metta. Feeling it radiate out from you in a boundless path, radiating out from you in all directions, just like the sun shining. This is that purification of the mind. It's exactly in these words. May all beings, without exception, keep themselves happily. May none wish harm on another. This practice is to purify our own minds. The blessings of sending it out to others is just part of our own purification. We don't need to have any expectations from others. But this practice alone can change your life. So carry this practice with you today at every opportunity. Remember these thoughts. Remember what we're doing with metta. We're being the goldsmith for our minds. We want to truly be able not only to love ourselves and accept ourselves, but to send out this same quality of harmlessness and kindness to every living being, every sentient being. Send it out to trees and plants and the grass and the earth. So let's end today with sending merit. May everything that we do or say or think today be done not only for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all sentient beings. Thank you so much for being part of my practice. And if you can, just keep sitting even longer. But even if you have a busy day or just lots to do, you can carry this metta with you all day, and you can use it to make your day be more beautiful and just a calmer, more peaceful day with less stress, less anxiety, less worry. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.